Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. What you have here is something that was handed to me when I was at the field last, and it's a vintage, a real classic, a Mercury Matador, a vintage model which obviously it's not going to be in the box for too long because I can see this as a nice winter project. And I thought we'd have a look at what's inside. So in a sense, it's one of those classic unboxings. So you can see the covering's rather tatty. The box outside is rather tatty. It has a capacity range for diesel engines, of which I have a few that I picked up, which I'd like to use, between 1 and 1.5 diesel. It has a really nice working wingspan of 47 inches. And it was adapted for early radio control, so it's an ideal candidate to make into a radio assist model. It's always exciting opening these boxes up, isn't it? Well, it seems to have been nicely packed. First sheet, I can see. Well, it's obviously two sheets because this is just the wings. Nice chunky wings there. Fairly simple. Looks like an upper spar, a lower spar, rear rather, and at the front, squared tips, very straightforward. It looks like, I think I'm right, one dihedral brake in it. Yeah. That's nice to look at. So that's the plan for the wings. I'm assuming this must be the fuselage. Well, there we go. Classic stick and balsa design. Nice big tail area. I haven't seen the ribs yet, so I don't know whether that's a aerofoil tail. I'm assuming it is because there's an upper spar and a lower spar at the front and one at the rear. You wouldn't need that if it was a straight traditional radio control flat horizontal stab. Well, there you go. We can see there, I hope, to hold this up, it's got an aerofoil shape because that's the gap that it goes through, and that means it's going to be a lifting tail surface, so the CG will be perhaps a little further back than you might anticipate. Yeah, it's towards further back, a little further back than I might expect if it was a straight radio control model. Okay. Balls tissue for covering. I will be using some tissue. I might even use some of that, but I'll probably be combining it with Doculam to give it the resilience that you don't get with tissue alone. Well, that's nice. Bundle of balsa. And there's some clear plastic wrapped around it, I presume, assuming that's for the windows. Nice to see. Aren't these lovely, quaint things? Instructions. Feels a little damp, this, actually. There you go, proper instructions, not a drawing in sight. That's it. What appear to be, yeah, they are trailing edge. 1, 2, 3 of those. That'll be for the wings and the tail surface, I would imagine. A chunky bit of balsa, don't know what that's for. But perhaps the wing tips. Right, and here we go. Well, the first issue, I've picked this up and I can feel it. It's got a slight bow in it. Now, we'll see how the others are. Well, the first thing is, It's printed on. Cut here, gives you a clue. No laser cutting, no die cutting. It's really old school this, all has to be cut out. So the only step away from scratch building is somebody's drawn the shapes onto the balsa. You haven't had to transfer them from the plan by using carbon paper or pin pricking or photocopying and sticking on. So you have to just basically cut it all out by the looks of things. Now that's flat, that's not warped. Yes. Now this is obviously there's the tail surfaces. This has got a twist in it. And I think what I might have to do is dampen the balsa, put it on a flat surface, a glass sheet, and weigh it down and leave it. That'll take out any twists or warps. Thicker wood's fine. The thicker wood's fine. Here we go, more ribs. Oh, that's not too bad actually. And that's not too bad. So it's only one piece that's got a warp in it. Isn't that grand? Heavier stuff, fuselage, obviously the cutouts for the engine bearers. The dihedral braces, 1/16 ply. We'll not be doing loops and tight rolls with this model, I don't think. What's this? This kit contains solar bow balsa. God, that brings back memories. I remember as a spotty youth buying sheets of this stuff in the model shop and standing and holding it and try and find out what quality it was and was it heavy or light or quarter grain. There you go, that's nice to see. Something's been broken off there at some stage, I don't know what that is. These are just sheets. Obviously need to be cut out for some purpose. And there's your hardwood bearer for the engine. Dowels for the wing. There you go. I don't find any wire for the undercarriage, so I'm assuming that's been robbed out. There's a packet of nuts and bolts. Rusty but usable. No, and there's no wire in there, so I will have to bend up an undercarriage. Let's have a look at how it's made. Yeah, there you go. It's a very simple affair. 12 gauge wire, so there's nothing too elaborate there. Wow, there we go. So there's a winter project. This will be definitely getting built. Another classic vintage model to add to the collection. And I have the engines, if you look back at some previous videos, which actually came, I believe, from the same collection. From Dick Lindsley, who was a superb modeler. He built that Night Train pylon model that, if you look back, you'll have seen it flying. Flew straight off the building board. Superb quality. I'm so impressed with his workmanship. And this was in his stash. So it'll be a bit of an honour to get this model in the air. One that I'm sure he would have loved to have completed and flown at some stage. Thanks for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am. I love these old models. Take care, get building, get flying, have fun.